Greetings, Tezos Nation. Welcome to another edition of TezTalks Live. I'm Stu from the Tezos Commons. Joining me today is Matt Nagy, COO at Triumph Games. Triumph Games, for those who might not know, is the UK-based gaming studio behind BattleRise, the Tezos-backed role-playing game experience bringing the Tezos ecosystem into the next generation of mobile gaming. Matt is joining us today to chat about what's happening in the BattleRise universe in 2025 and what part Tezos will be playing in its ongoing evolution. Hi, Matt. Where are you right now, and how is the weather?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm in the UK right now, and for supposedly the beginning of British spring, it's pretty miserable here today. But there you go.
Fair enough. As we always do here on TezTalks Live, can you get the ball rolling by telling us a bit about your background and how you got started on your journey into the exciting world of mobile and Web3 gaming?
Yeah, fantastic. I've actually been in computer games for quite some time now that I think about it. I was the lead designer. I lucked out into the dream job for a Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master player all his teenagehood. And I walked into lead design of Die Hard Trilogy for PlayStation 1, followed immediately by lead design of Alien Trilogy for PlayStation 1.
Very nice.
And so I've been in games for over 30 years. It's crazy. But it's all led to our various companies, which have led to Triumph Games, who are the makers of BattleRise.
Okay. And how did you first learn about Tezos and its ecosystem?
When I first got into Web3, probably about 4 years ago, and I was at that point in the market where games were getting funding and it was all very exciting and the people were launching tokens and things like that. I was only the designer of a product at the time. I wasn't acting as COO of Triumph Games when I got in. But learning about blockchain and the potential to solve issues within traditional games using blockchain, I was just like, oh my, this is everything. Being able to own something, being able to have like a certificate of authenticity, being able to take something and safely sell it to somebody else because you own it, you can sell it. I'm like, I am hooked. So the Triumph Games was already making BattleRise as a free-to-play game, but we were watching the space and we're like, I know we're making a mobile phone free-to-play game first and foremost, but from day one, guys, we need to leave hooks in for blockchain hookup at a later date. So we made the basic game, we got it going, we did some testing, we're like, we're doing this, we're doing that. But meanwhile, I was hunting for what's the right blockchain for us. What is going to be, we dabbled, we thought about, we looked at Polygon, we looked at ETH's thing that they were doing at the time, and we're an Engine, or I think it was called Engine. And, we were shopping around because we were interested, obviously, we were interested in trying to get on a chain that would help us with a little bit of finance behind to help us do the dev. Somehow we wound up talking to the Tezos guys and just something clicked. And it was just very exciting. And, they offered us a lot of assistance in, getting up to speed where we wanted to be. But the thing that excited us most was the speed of blockchain and the ethos of the open source. We're like, this is Web3 at its height. It just like, the first time I used Etherlink, I was like, man, that is so fast. It beats ETH out. Like, it was like seconds instead of minutes. And I was like, wow, this is it. This is where we need to be.
Okay. And for those who might not be overly familiar just yet, how would you describe BattleRise and the gaming experience that it offers?
Okay, so I'm a total Dungeons and Dragons nerd. I was the kid who wanted to be the dungeon master. I want to make the dungeon. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just play. I want to make the dungeon, And so for us, we're like, I want to make Dungeons and Dragons for your mobile phone. Really simple concept. The guys were playing Galaxy of Heroes at the time, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is brilliant. Let's do this with Lord of the Rings characters. Let's make Dungeons and Dragons for your mobile phone. And that's just as simple as it is, and that's what we set out to do. We did everything that you would expect from a Dungeons and Dragons game. We made it turn-based. We've got dungeons. We've got random encounters within the dungeons. We got magic items and swords and, magic mages and clerics and heroes and archers and all sorts. That was, and I'm just loving what we've made. And people who take the time to get into it really love it, and they stay for a long time. They become longtime players.
Okay, and BattleRise has been out in the wild now for about 2 years. Can you give
Actually,
us a bit of an update on how things are progressing and where BattleRise is in terms of its overall evolution?
okay. So we launched BattleRise 2 years ago, and we did it because we're part of a platform called Moxie.io. And Moxie had this kind of like, you have to have player versus player, because the idea was to be able to host tournaments, Moxie tournaments within BattleRise. So we got BattleRise to market a little faster, a little sooner than I think our marketing plans were ready. But we were really happy to do it. We got it live. We kept it quiet. We tested the metrics. And we had 450 players the first month, 1,000 the next month, 2,000 the next month. We're like, we've got it, we've done it, we've got it right, but it was released. It was just a free-to-play game. The Web3 hooks were not in it, and unfortunately, the first iteration of Moxie didn't work because all the people who invested in Moxie were actually investors and not game players. So it like fell on empty ears. So it's been going for 2 years, but the Web3 element is so after 2 years of development, we finally have our 3 main game modes and a couple of game modes in the background that will be coming, that are saved specifically for blockchain activity. But now the third mode has been launched in an early access phase within the game, so we can get feedback from people. It means that we're done with phase 1. Free to play is done as far as I'm concerned. We'll keep adding new modes and things like that as we go, but we're really shifting our focus. Right now, our focus is to shift to the blockchain. And as we carry on talking, I'll reveal some of the exciting blockchain stuff that we have that I don't think we would be able to do without the blockchain.
Okay. And we definitely will get into that. But before we get into all of that, I understand you've come prepared to demo the 3 game modes currently offered by BattleRise. Should we jump into that now?
Absolutely. And and we brought a present for everybody as well, which I'm really happy, and we're happy to give out today. We've brought a code for every single player coming in, which I'm happy to drop for you guys, which will give you some free stuff when you go. So when you
everybody likes free stuff.
Free stuff is fun, right? So here we are. This is the main screen. Obviously, you got everything you would expect from a game. There's our store, etc., etc. I'll tell you about our AI offering that sets us apart from other games. Here's my champions I've collected so far. This is my other account that I haven't played that much. This is my kind of demo account, so that you guys can see when you get in. This will be approximately the level of your characters after the tutorial. And we've got 3 game modes. So we've got our dungeon, which obviously you can't have Dungeons and Dragons without a dungeon crawler. We've got our PvP arena, which is live PvP, so to prevent cheating. And this is our new mode. It's called Gauntlet, and it is a speed dungeon, and it's very, very fun. It's early access, but I'll show you the basics of the game. So I've got my team. Here we go, right? And you can see I've got some artifacts already put up. I'm not sure if I have any more artifacts I could add to my guy. No, I think it's good. Okay, so and let's just show a dungeon. So in we go. right? Here's my first room. You get a little bit of storyline because we want to convey story. Everybody likes a good story. And here's my first dungeon. It is turn-based, just like Dungeons and Dragons. You get your enemies coming up, and here we go. So I'll leave it on normal player. This is my first character. I get to go first. So if I want, I could pick a character that I want to attack, and away we go. Boom. Goodbye. 36 gold. Nice. I'll have that. Thank you very much. I'll kill this guy. Yes. And last but not least, let's do the harpy on this guy. Oh, yes, it did kill him. Fantastic. So I got some loot. I only got gold this time. I didn't get artifacts. This is because it's my second go on this dungeon.
So everything is like the loot that you get is distributed randomly. You can get.
Yes, exactly. So, and one thing that I love about what we've made is that the player choices change the random number generator. So every time you play the game, the same dungeon could be different. You could have 3 different bosses at the end. You've got different outcomes. But look, I got a gold chest. I mean, this is totally, I got a gold chest or a tomb, right? So I'm going to choose the chest. I just want the gold. Look, a chest. Someone was here before. Oh, no. Should I take the chest or ignore it? Well, I'm going to take it because I want the treasure. But here's the beauty of it. I take it. Uh-oh. I took somebody else's chest. I'm now going to have an extra encounter within the dungeon. This guy is a badass. He's going to come after me during the dungeon. He's a few rooms behind, but that's okay. So,
but he knows you stole his chest.
He knows I took his chest. Uh-oh, Skeleton Knight's a little tough. I'll put it on auto. Well, yeah, it's okay. I won't put it on auto. It's fine. I'll kill these guys, and then I'll show you another mode after this.
Okay.
This is what I love this attack. Goodbye. The Ether Stone is a brilliant character. And we got the Skeleton Knight. So I chose, my strategy often is to kill the most powerful one first. But then after that, my archer has 2 attacks, a normal attack, but she's also got a multi-attack. It's got a bit of a cooldown afterwards, but oh, it didn't take them out. I didn't take him out, so my champion, I'm going to use Taunt. Now they're all going to attack him because he's my strongest character. That also has a cooldown, though, so that's only going to last for a few rounds. Here we go. What's she doing? Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice group attack. I love the group attacks, but all the group attacks have to have a cooldown. And this is a fun attack. I love this one, too. Invisibility. Sorry, I'm not an attack. I apologize. I mean, it's a great defense mode. Not that I kind of wasted it here. And away we go. So there you go. I mean, that's the basic. Fantastic. Oh, I got an artifact this time. It's going to show me what I got. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't get an artifact. I got mana, but oh, I did get an artifact. Yay. Those are shards. This is how I collect other characters. So I've got 1 shard of this very fantastic potential champion. There's loads of champions to collect. It's just like a fun.
Mm-hmm.
And this is buffs. So now I'm choosing a buff. I've gone into the Shrine of Anu, who happens to be the shrine. And I've got 3 different choices here. A healing skin, healing goes up, or a glow. So as the dungeon goes on, I get to choose buffs and I get to put them on somebody.
How long does a game take going through a single dungeon?
Some of the smaller dungeons, you can play. I'm chatting while I play. If I sat and I speed ran this, I can do a basic dungeon 5 to 10 minutes, no problem.
Okay.
Like if I was on a train commuting or whatever, commuting to work, and I could play quite a few levels of this. But in the meantime, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out for the sake of time, and I'll show you. Now I've got to put my champions in. So my leader at the moment, I only have Invictus is the 1 leader. I'll just shove all my guys in. Obviously, if you collect more champions, you get more choice. The game is very strategic. See, look at all these potential champions that we have here.
And you collect the champions by participating in the game?
Exactly. So while you're playing the game, you're getting shards. Look, I've got 5 of the Sinister Lich. I've got 1 of Ligarius, who's one of the bosses that you wind up defeating. And every time you defeat a boss, you get additional shards. But basically, you slowly unlock these with shards. Okay. But you continue to get more shards because you can also kind of evolve them as well is another thing that happens. So, all right, I've got my champions. I'm going to go in for a battle now. Here we go. Let's see who we get to go against. Yep, I'll take that. That looks good. The game's going to try to match me with somebody who's approximately same power. There's kind of
So this is another person who's online right now?
Exactly.
Okay.
So here we go. They've also got Invictus, so they're probably. I'm an early player, so it's probably gonna. Although I'm probably gonna cream him actually. Oh, he's got Vaya though. Vaya is pretty tough. Okay, I'm gonna go after Invictus first because he's the toughest character. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. We need to take Invictus out. And then I'll take their Etherstone character out next. Okay, this is one of my more powerful attacks from my cleric. Cleric also is a healer. Yeah, sorry, I got Invictus. Okay, I'm gonna get this battle. I won't bother taunting. I'm gonna go after. The other thing you can do, you can hold and you'll get some stats.
Okay.
That'll help you decide kind of types of attacks and things like that to either perform or avoid. I'm gonna go after him. Uh-oh, did I skip it? Oh, I took too long. Oh my God. That's okay, no problem. There we go. All right, they're gonna get some attacks against me now. Oh no, they got my harpy. Oh dear. I better get this Etherstone guy quick. That was bad that I did my Invictus. All right, here you go. Nice. All right, everybody attack him. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do the group attack again. Here we go. Nice. I got a few criticals, and there you go. Although, who knows, it's 4-on-4. Hopefully we will win. There's a lot of strategy behind the game.
Yeah.
And you know, building your teams is really important. Building your teams properly. When you get champions who are kind of the same faction, you get some extra boosts. And when you get, oh, actually, I think I can heal. No, I don't need to heal. I'll just attack. Yay. Okay, I think we got this now. As you go, there's some really fun stuff, more fun stuff that's also coming within the game that's not in yet. So you would expect a game like this to have skins. We do have skins. And at the moment, the skins are predominantly just cosmetic. They look cool. They're very cosmetic. But the skins, it dawned on me that the skins, some of the skins look like the champions belong to a different faction, which got us talking. We're like, okay, you're building synergies in your team. You want to build a good team for the PvP battle. So wouldn't it be cool if a skin, so this is a bit of alpha for you guys, wouldn't it be cool if a skin allowed you to create synergies within a different faction? So if you get the undead skin of some of these characters, then suddenly you've opened up a new world of potential for building a cool team, a powerful team. So, all right. So look, I got loads of goodies. I got my gold. And there we go. Okay. I'm not going to do another fight. I want to show you guys Gauntlet.
Congratulations on your victory. Do you think that person knows they were just defeated by the CEO of the gaming company?
Well, if they watch the video, they're going to find out. They're like, damn, it was Matt. Man, I didn't know. That's Matt's other account. Yeah. Okay. That'd be really funny. Okay. And this is Gauntlet mode. I love this mode. This mode is currently the most played mode because it's brand new, obviously. Okay. So now this is a really interesting mode because this is like speed battles done in 2D style, just for speed, just to be real quick. Although it's nicely animated, you're going to see. This is our call out. We love Hearthstone. This is like our call out to Hearthstone. We got a couple of different types of matches: health up, gain, buffs, enhancements, damage plus. So there's so many different ways. Damage 25% on a neighbor death. Ooh, let's see what this one is. I haven't played this one yet. Okay. Oh, of course. I'm actually going to play each of these people. I won't do it, otherwise we'll take up too much time. But I'm actually going to play each of these. Select encounter 1. Okay, here we go. We need to release a bit of a strategy guide on this one because people are guessing at the moment how it plays. It is early access mode, guys. What do you expect? Okay, so But check this out. This is just so much fun. Okay, here we go. Who gets to go first? All right. Okay. Yep. I'll go against you. For fantastic. Some of the attacks have these beautiful little effects that go. You see the little
Yeah,
effects
yeah.
going, right? Right. It's fun. Oh yeah. Okay. Totally. The scratch attack against everybody. I do love the scratch attack. There you go. Oh no, that was not the right play. I should have done the other one. I'll do the group attack again. I love Zephyr. She's one of my favorite characters. She's one of the ones you get introduced to immediately in the current version of the tutorial. I might have to pick a different character because, but okay. So you can see the buffs happening. They've done a heal. That's not good for me. But that was the turn. So
Well, we've
yeah.
seen you win. Maybe now we're going to see you lose.
No, we cannot see me lose. I am the CEO. CEO, the CEO is not allowed to lose. Okay, yeah. Let's try somebody else. She looks like she's nearly dead. Let's get her. Wow. Okay, I got her. Oh, thank goodness. That helps. Now there's one less person to attack me. Okay. I could draw the attacks, but I think I'll just keep going. Anyway, so there's a lot of strategy to learn within the game. A lot of the players within our Discord channel, the players are sharing various strategies. They're sharing like their favorite builds that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. Oh wow, Invictus is tough to. Oh no, I got him. Thank goodness. I can see some of the health bars and things like that are in early access are going to need a little bit of assistance, but that's fine. That's the whole point of early access. You work on a game mode, you're excited about it, but we really rely on our community. Our community are really generous in their opinion, and 85% of their comments have actually made it into the development roadmap. Only
Interesting.
15% were a bit too silly or just like kind of out of the scope of the game, like make Fortnite. It's like, no, this is a turn-based Dungeons and Dragons game. We're not going to make Fortnite. But we love our community and it is growing. There's Discord's over 10,000 people now, I think.
Very cool.
When last I checked. So if you're interested in BattleRise, come and join the Discord community. The guys share a lot. And coming up, the guys find bugs as like a bugless area, and we're fixing the bugs. But coming up for Gauntlet in the next build, we're going to do a bug bounty for people, and we're going to put some prizes down for people finding. Yeah, am I win? Do I win? No, he's got one more attack, but he's definitely going to die. Here we go. Boom. I got him. 59 seconds of the anger of gods. Okay. That's just attack. Yeah, okay, I got him.
There you go.
Okay,
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. I have an unfair advantage. So, that's the game in a nutshell. I have
Okay.
to remember how to escape
And
out.
is it entirely mobile or is it available on other platforms?
At the moment, it is entirely mobile, but into the future, we do have a PC version.
Okay.
I have just signed up to the Epic Store. And it will be going on the Epic Store. And hopefully it will go on Steam as well. One thing is, because it's an Apple as well as Google, what it means is that we have to do the blockchain stuff very stealthily. So far, a lot of the blockchain stuff has just been done on our player portal on our website at battlerise.com. Because it's a server game, it means that the game and the server constantly talk to each other. It helps prevent cheating. It means we know exactly what item somebody has. So if the next time they load up, they suddenly had it a whole lot more, we would know, and we'd be able to do something about it in order to keep it from being unfair to other people. But it means that once player has connected their player ID to the player portal, they get various things from the player portal, and all the blockchain activity has been there so far. It's this next season where we're going to be introducing the blockchain stuff in a way that won't upset Steam or Apple.
Okay.
But has us connected from within the game, and I'm very happy about that.
Okay. And you mentioned with these three gaming modes that we just saw in place, you're sort of considering phase one of the larger BattleRise vision up and running.
Yes, exactly.
And it sounds like phase two involves bringing in a couple of like in-game economy focused features, including like marketplace and a tournament mode. How much can you tell us about what to expect from phase two of BattleRise's development?
Okay, I'm going to drop a whole load of alpha, very exciting stuff. This is the stuff that you can only do on the blockchain. Okay. Firstly, in the development roadmap, the next thing that was coming is the peer-to-peer marketplace. Okay. If you have a game with collectibles and you're a blockchain game, if you're we call it Web 2+3, right? That's our term we use. It's clearly a Web 2 game, but we've added the Web 3 elements. So we call it Web 2+3. Okay. So the in-game marketplace or peer-to-peer marketplace, it'll be named according to the lore. It'll be like the Trading Bazaar or something like that. The guys are finalizing the name. We'll probably vote for it within the community actually, and let the community choose. It's the first time that players are going to be able to mint any of their artifacts, mint it to the chain, put it up for sale or auction, and any other player can grab it. So my thinking is, this is how we start to get traditional gamers introduced to blockchain gaming and all the benefits that they didn't know they would like to have. Okay. And, so if you're playing, you saw my artifacts earlier, right? My artifacts mean I've got a bank of artifacts, but I have a limited inventory. There's a couple of times you can upgrade the inventory size, but once you get to the max, you're at the max. Okay. So now when you get new artifacts, what's going to happen? You're going to keep your best ones and you're going to cast off your junk. Well, at the moment, you can sell your junk for gold within the game. Okay. But what if you were able to sell it to another player? So now I've been playing for 6 months. My junk that I have in my inventory might be rares or epics, amongst my legendaries that I've been collecting for 6 months. Well, if you're a new player and you're hunting, you're like, oh, I really wish I could. I've only found commons and rare so far. I'd love an epic. And an epic comes up on the store. Now it's my worst item, but it could be the best thing in your inventory.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm selling it for token. This is where our own token comes into play. Within the game, we're using Battle Coin is the term within the game. And you can already collect Battle Coin in its pre-launch format. So people have been stacking it already, but it will be the coin within the marketplace. So everybody will buy and sell in Battle Coin, which means that if you've earned Battle Coin, you don't have to go buy Battle Coin and bring it into the game. You've earned it in the game already. And now you've got a stack of it. Now you're able to use it in the marketplace. You'd be able to buy something cool for yourself. So you're a level 5 player buying some level 20s cast off. How exciting. But also, and I love this is my imagination running, people's introduction to the blockchain. Somebody says, dude, you've got the Axe of Gormenghast. That's worth like $300. And they go, what do you mean it's worth $300? How do I get $300 for it? They go to the Trading Bazaar and go in there. It's on the blockchain. Blockchain, what's a blockchain? You got a wallet. What's a wallet? But hopefully the world isn't quite like that. But it's good. They're going to find out we've already given them a wallet because we've been using third web technology in the background.
Okay.
Early adopters of Etherlink and Tezos, right? So we already have the ability to give everybody a wallet. If you connect to the player portal, connect your game in the player portal, you just need to do an email or a social login and you get given a wallet and that you can turn into your own custodial wallet. But in the next month or two, either in June, July at the latest, we're going to be automatically giving every single player a wallet, whether they've signed up on the player portal or not, because when the marketplace is there, they already need to have a wallet. I don't want them to be blocked in any way, shape, or form. So they're going to go to the trading bazaar. They're going to find they already have a wallet. They're already able to hit the button. They can already put a starting price for their auction. And away they go. They can, and put it up for 4 days, 5 days, a week, whatever. And, it'll work just like Rarible or OpenSea effectively.
Very cool. And as far as what people can do with that wallet, or the types of things that people can do with that wallet, I heard you've already had quite a successful sale of BattleRise dragon skins. Can you talk a bit about that?
We have a couple of months ago, a few months ago, start of the year, I think it was February. We put up 1,500 dragon skins. There were only 50. One of the best skins in the game sells for like $29.99. Okay, one of the rarest skins in the game. We're like the dragon skins. So what we did is we created rarities. We've got from common to legendary. It was a random draw, right? And what we did is we created the dragon skin. And this is it's actually not in game, but it's coming in June. It's finally going to be hooked up, thank goodness. And the dragon skin, we sold out 1,500 dragon skins. Or anyone who was on the whitelist got it for like $10, So it was great. We sold it out. It adds additional buffs for the player and additional buffs for the team. So it's a really fun, rare thing to happen. And people, I presume, as soon as that marketplace goes live, people are going to be wanting to get their hands on those as well. So for you 1,500 who already have them, that's great. Well done. But I'm sure because people bought multiple of them. And,
of course.
Yeah.
So for people who might have missed out on the dragon skins, are there any other in-game item releases upcoming?
Okay, so now, again, dropping some alpha. When the store comes live, the peer-to-play marketplace comes live. Within the store, there are going to be some new items of rare, epic, and legendary rarity, powerful items that you'll only be able to get with Battlecoin. They're going to be, so effectively they're NFTs, and they're going to be a limited run of them. And when they're gone, they're gone. But there's also more coming. And this, I love this. You're going to love this. I don't know how many mobile phone games have this sort of thing in it. But again, we can do this because of the blockchain. Okay. Later in the year, so like either around Christmas time or worst case scenario, kind of Q1 2026, we're going to have something called the Dungeon Builder Collection. We are going to put into the hands of the players the ability to make your own dungeons like Roblox or Minecraft modding, server modding and game mode modding, Roblox particularly, You're going to be able to build your own dungeon, guys, right? And it's so what'll happen is you'll buy a Dungeon Builder NFT collection. Within the collection, you're going to get an assortment of enemies, and including a boss who is not elsewhere in the game. Okay. And you'll get an assortment of treasure to give that are the prizes for people playing your dungeon. And amongst the treasures, there will be one mythical, so above legendary, mythical. So it will be a one-off item in your collection that when people play through your dungeon and they get to the end and defeat the final boss in your dungeon, there will be a random number generation to make it fair to everybody. And somebody is going to win your mythical item. Okay. So what does this do? This incentivizes people to play your dungeon that you've created. Okay. Now let's think about this. You invested a bit of money into the collection, okay, into buying it, and you've invested a bit of time making your dungeon. There's going to be tools on the player portal that allow you to drag and drop your dungeon. Okay. And I'll do the AI drop. We got a very sizable grant from Europe to make what we call emotive AI. And our AI, it's not just like an AI, I am an AI agent, it is, we are able to give it backstory, lore, attitude. One of the things coming in June or July our shopkeeper that I was showing you earlier. Actually, you can bring him up for a second. Here's our shopkeeper, right? And the shopkeeper, you're going to be able to talk to him and haggle with him. And like, if you sweet talk him, he may show you an item that is otherwise not in the store, not available to people. But if you piss him off, he will hide it. He won't bring it up to you again. But if he does reveal it to you, you either have to buy it there and then or let it go. But that's another way that you're going to be able to get some really cool items in the game. Anyway.
Okay.
So our AI, why was I getting to our AI? Our AI, within the dungeon builder, you're going to be able to make your own story. Our AI will help you. It will give you some prompts and things like that. And you're going to be able to generate your own story. And you're going to be able to put a little bit of lore behind your dungeon master, who's going to convey the story to every single player who's coming in. Okay. So we're creating a creator economy. People will pay a little bit of battle coin to play your dungeon. And you, as the dungeon builder, will get the lion's share of the battle coin from each player playing your dungeon. A little bit's going to get burned, and a little bit's going to go in the treasury, and a little bit of it is going to accumulate into a pot. When there's a big pot, we'll release a kind of cool tournament for everybody. But so isn't that cool? So if you invest in one of the dungeon builder NFT collections and build a dungeon, other players are going to pay you to get into your dungeon to try to get your mythical, because your mythical, I don't know what it's going to be worth. That's going to be down to the players. We don't control the price of the NFTs. Is down to you guys. But it'll be cool. It'll be powerful. But that is some major alpha for you guys.
Yeah. It sounds like a very interesting in-game economy. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But speaking of all of these items that you're talking about,
okay.
I believe you mentioned you brought along some BattleRise goodies to give away today. Can you let everybody know what's on offer and how they can claim it?
Okay, right, guys. So this is easy. All right. You download BattleRise. Once you've played past the tutorial on the Android version of the app, and when the PC's released on the PC version of the app, within the game itself, you're going to be able to put a code. And the code is going to give you 2,000 gold. So you'll be able to spend in the shop and buy some nice things. It's going to give you 50 of the premium currency that normal Apple, Google, or Epic, normally you would pay for the premium currency. And you get a 50 premium currency and 5 Star Steel. So Star Steel are basically free draws of artifacts within the game called the Forge. So once you play past the tutorial, you get access to the Forge. So it's free at 5 free attempts at a powerful artifact. And so let me give you guys the code so that when you play, you can go and you can use this. The Apple version, because of the way Apple works, you will actually have to hook your game up to the player portal in order to input the code at the player portal instead. When Apple changed the rules, we will make sure that it's in-game instead. But your code, this is for you guys, 9220956. Okay, 9220956. But I've got one other nice thing for you guys. I'd like to run a contest with you. Okay. Our early access of Gauntlet is available now. If you guys download the game and play past the tutorial, all I want you to do, try out your Gauntlet mode, take a screenshot. If you put it on your Twitter page and you just say, I love Gauntlet mode. I love Gauntlet mode. And if you include the Triumph Games Twitter and the BattleRise game Twitter, it's Triumph_games. And for BattleRise, it's BattleRise game. And also, would you like the Tezos one as well? It's up to you guys. We can do the Tezos one as well. If you just add it, it'll come on our page. And once we'll run it, like after this show runs, we'll run it for like the weekend after. and on the Monday morning, we'll feed into a randomizer. We'll feed all the entries, and somebody is going to win a legendary artifact within the game. So if you're a BattleRise gamer, that is a really powerful item that you are going to enjoy in the arena or anywhere that you're, if you're grinding and farming the game. And if you're not a BattleRise player, you'll be able to sell it. You might want to download BattleRise and use the peer-to-peer marketplace to sell it directly to other BattleRisers, because that's probably where the captive audience is. But it's an NFT, so you'll be able to sell it wherever you want. But yeah, it's a powerful artifact. There are only 50 of them, so it is a legendary, but it is a 40 plus on attacks, so you definitely want it.
Okay.
So I can't give you the code because we got to do the contest first.
So now that you've kind of brought us up to speed on BattleRise's progress, I'd just like to find out a little bit more about your successful dragon skin sale was driven by Etherlink, and I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about your team's decision to utilize Etherlink for BattleRise and what drove that decision and what that experience has been like so far.
Okay. When we entered the world of blockchain, obviously there's so many blockchains, right? And I mean, some have even gone since then, and there are new ones, when we settled with Tezos, we're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're playing. This is, this is exciting stuff that we're going to do. But about 4 months into our experience with Tezos, before we'd even got the SDK open, which is a really cool SDK, by the way. If you're using Tezos L1, the SDK is super cool, especially if you are a Unity developer. Okay. But before we got out of the box, we were introduced to Etherlink, which is Tezos EVM chain. And we're like, wow, this like connects us to like the world. I mean, as an L2 chain, EVM, we're like, this has the potential to allow us to cross promote to other chains, and invite other players, other chains, other Web3 gamers to Etherlink. Because guys, Etherlink, I am not kidding. Etherlink is honestly the fastest chain that I have seen. During the sale, when I bought a few for my kids, I like literally I got in there, I pressed the button, and like I'm so used to forgive me Ethereum, I'm so used to like the speed of the Ethereum chain. I pressed the button and I went like this, getting ready to wait my 30 to 50 seconds before the transaction would go through. And I was like, it was 1 second later, it was like, boom, done. I'm like, let me see that again. So I bought another one. So I bought another one for my second son. I've got 4 kids. I was like, oh my God, that's so fast. It was a huge reason why we are on the Etherlink. The technology is just brilliant, and easy to use, and they're connected to a lot of the white label providers as well. Third Web got it really fast, and we were with Third Web from early stage as well. So like we were on the website, we were on chain in a day. It was brilliant, So yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it sounds like it's fair to say you're a fan of
I am
Etherlink.
A big fan. I am a big fan. Not to mention, I love all the people on all the guys I'm interacting with as well. Hi, Sophia. Sophia's like our brand champion and she's just brilliant. She makes things happen.
Okay. And what's next for Matt Nagy and the Triumph Games team? Do you have any other exciting rollouts or announcements in the works?
Yeah. Okay. There's one more for BattleRise, which is called Battle Tournament. Battle Tournament is really sexy. We had originally developed it for the Moxie platform, but we're going to have our own tokens. So, Moxie changed. They've changed their platform, so they've changed their modus operandi. So we've got this beautiful mode we created. We're like, oh, so we're it was 3D PvP, 2D. We're debating whether we're going to do it in the gauntlet style or in the 3D style. Apart from that decision being made, Battle Tournament is this fun place. It's basically esports within the game. People are going to be able to enter into 1v1, 2v2, 4-player 1v1s in a kind of round robin match, 8 players in a round robin match. And basically everybody's going to put a little bit of battle in the pot. Everybody puts a bit of battle coin in the pot. And if it's a bigger tournament, there's a first, second, third prize. If it's a smaller one, it's just a one-on-one. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be unlike the arena mode, where it's very much down to how much you leveled up your champions. This is a fair playing field. You go in and the champions are fully powered up already. So it's down to your skill against the other player. You are on a level playing field. So, I mean, if it was 10 battle coin each and there were 8 players, there's a pot of 80 to play for. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to take a small portion to burn for economic reasons, a small portion into the treasury, and a small portion that accumulates over time to make like a 1,000,000 battle tournament, kind of 32 players, 64 players, however we decide to do it. But otherwise, you get the lion's share. You get like 85% split amongst the winners. And so that's really exciting. And that actually, because that mode's kind of done, I'm hoping we're going to have that in summer, maybe autumn. Okay. It's got to go post TGE, of course. We are doing our TGE. We're planning it now. So our token launch will be on MEXC, I believe. I think that's the CEX. And, we're talking with various DEXs. There are some who are already involved with Etherlink. So we're talking with them already. And, so you'll be able to get, join our socials. Our link tree is Triumph Games. And our Twitter is Triumph_games, and BattleRise is BattleRise Game, both Linktree and Triumph. So join, keep an eye on what we're doing, guys, because our TG is coming up, and once our launch pads are announced, I'm sure you're going to want to be a part of that. It's going to be an exciting time, although I know it's going to be crazy busy. But yeah, those things are coming up, and so watch this space.
Okay, we could go on all day, but I do know that you have another meeting that you need to get to, so I'm going to wrap it up. To all our viewers, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our social media contacts can be found at tezoscommons.org/TezTalks. We'd love to hear from you. Matt, thanks so much for joining us today. It's always awesome to speak to the folks bringing Tezos-powered elements into the gaming space in a thoughtful and deliberate way. Is there anything else you wanted to mention before we sign off here?
Just guys, the game is really fun. There are a lot of other things that are coming. I've seen the roadmap. It's brilliant. So get in our socials and, watch the roadmap and just watch as things evolve, and come be a part of it with us. Because, if we win, you win, basically,
Perfect. To everyone out there in Tezos land, thanks for joining us on TezTalks Live. I'm Stu from the Tezos Commons, and our awesome guest has been Matt Nagy, COO of Triumph Games. Now let's go check out BattleRise.